Alright, welcome to my world, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blocks United, and let me just start by saying I am very sorry for the quality of this video. My equipment is not the best, so I'll just have to make do, and I hope the end result will be at least usable for you guys. Okay. Also, for everybody who is not Conquest related in terms of Minecraft, you probably won't find so much use for this video as a sole piece. However, I will be providing down in the description all and everything that you need to know in order to figure out what Conquest is. And let me just start by saying that if you don't know what Conquest is, go there now, you will not be disappointed. I will not be showing too much Conquest, even though I will be talking about it. The texture pack that I'm using right now is, of course, Conquest Reforged. That's just part of what is Conquest. Conquest is a whole lot more, and if you stay tuned, Conquest will become even more. Reason B is that Artacraft and Conquest are currently hard at work combining everything into one huge mod. The end result of this mod is just going to be mind-boggling, to say the least. So with that all said and done, I think we will just dive straight into changing this weather. There we go. Sorry about that. So what this video is all about is recipes for the Conquest Reforged mod. As you guys know, Conquest Reforged is easily accessible for survival. However, you have to spawn in all the items in order to use them. Otherwise, they are actually only usable for creative mode. So what most of us, including myself, have been missing and missing quite a lot actually is the ability to craft these blocks. Currently we have 1010 blocks, give and take a little, I believe it is. And so far I have added recipes for, I believe it's 418 different blocks. If you take a look at the menu here, I have completed the entire animal. It's not really that many, but there are recipes now for all of them. The same goes for all the items here in Naturals. They are all completed, and I just recently completed the Refine tab as well. That took quite some time. Not only is it the biggest tab, I think it was more than, it was around 330 different blocks in here. And coming up with recipes and some kind of a logic to all these recipes, that was quite the job, to say the least. Anyways, it's done, it's taken care of. The Refined, Naturals, and the Animals. What I'll be working on next, I don't know. I'll probably dive into making all these, all the different blocks under decorations, figuring out what to do and how to do it. As you can see, there's some connected textures going on and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll find out. The way I am doing this, the way I'm creating all these recipes is using something called Minetweaker RecipeMaker. It is a very simple in-game mod. You just go ntrm/ntrm and you open up this menu right here. From here you have to have the items in your inventory, both the ones that you will be using to make the recipe, but also the outputs. So for example, let's just take a quick look. If we wanted to make a raven, let's just hit R. You can see I made a recipe stating that you have to use 1 egg and 3 golden nuggets. The reason for this is birds, and this is where some kind of recipe logic comes into play. In Minecraft, all the animals will spawn in naturally. Otherwise, besides that, the mobs can be spawned in using spawn eggs. Now I don't know how to create a spawn egg for these guys, and also they are not entities as such, they are just blocks, decorative blocks, so it wouldn't really make sense to have a spawn egg for them. But I decided that being a bird, of course birds come from eggs, and also we all know that ravens, they do like those shiny things. So I thought it made sense to use golden nuggets. Seeing Conquest is all about decorative blocks, creating ambience, doing beautiful builds. You don't as such gain any kind of advantage considering the gameplay in Minecraft. So I didn't want to go completely overboard making the recipe too difficult. I tried to scale it down a little bit and make the different block types relatively easy to come by. Simply because people who will be using this mod, they are first and foremost the builders. They enjoy the creative aspect of Minecraft, as do I. And if I have to spend an eternity just to get round up a few different building blocks, I probably would give up on playing the game sooner or later. So I try to keep it relatively simple. So as you can see, for 1 egg and 3 golden nuggets, you will be getting a raven, or actually 4 of them. To keep it kind of the same, we do also have animals that are not birds, such as the toad or the rats, but I chose to keep it the same, so you'll still be needing the egg to create the rats, for example. But here you have to use 3 pieces of wheat, you'll be getting 4 rats. Why wheat? Well, it had to be something, and I think it was for the picking. Yeah, for the picking I used seeds. I thought that made the most sense. I had to come up with something that would kind of fit the theme of a rat. Rats lay just about everything, just the same as goats. So I thought, hey, why not wheat? The most of rats and mice in general, they do tend to be primarily vegetarian, eating weeds, grasses, and stuff like that. So I thought wheat, hey, that makes sense. So 1 egg, 3 wheat, you get 4 rats. Boom, easy. For the naturals, let's just take, yeah, why not dark oak saplings. That one goes, oh yeah, you can see, I have made small mistakes here, there, and everywhere. This was supposed to be bound up to the ore dictionary, so that really you have to use a dark oak sapling, put it in a crafting table, and you will be getting this dark oak sapling. Just one, it will go 1 to 1. But hey, let's just try something to see how it actually works. I do see I made a mistake on that one. So let's put this one down, add this one in. Oh yeah, you do get the dark oak sapling. This sapling, however, you will be getting here is the Conquest Reforged one. You cannot plant it and make it into a tree. This guy, however, he's purely for decorations, and you can do this to him. You can stack them and make them even higher, or if you tall though. You can put them on any kind of surface. You wouldn't be able to do that with a normal sapling. You can't go back. If I put this in again, it won't go anywhere. You're kind of stuck. I could have added recipes to dial recipes back, so to speak. I chose not to do it because that would generate at least twice the amount of work, and already creating 1,000+ recipes is one major undertaking. It takes a long time to do this, and also mistakes are inevitable. They will happen. I made actually, I think it was with these 2 frames. Yeah, these guys. When you look at them, let me just find them real quick. When you look at them, they are composed of 2 different elements, the way I look at it at least. You have the framework, the top and the bottom. As you can see, framework, it kind of looks like oak, but when you look at the top and bottom, you have spruce. So that's one part of it, and then you have this part in the middle. When you look at it, it looks mostly like sandstone, but what I went for when I created it, I don't even remember my train of thought, and you can see here I did the same mistake. I didn't fix this to an ore dictionary to spruce. So you can actually do this with any kind of wood. even though you're supposed to only be able to use spruce for this one. And also I added sand for the part in the middle. That should probably have been sandstone, but sandstone, unless you find a desert and you mine between something like the level, I think it's between 64 and it goes as low to as 55 or something like that, where you can find sandstone naturally. Otherwise you can create it, you can craft it, you can have sand. I went for sand simply to keep it simple. I didn't want people to go through the process of crafting sandstone and then be able to use that for crafting this. Like I said, I'm trying really hard to keep it as simple as possible. When you get down to these sandstone blocks, you will be asked to use, actually you have to craft different blocks from Conquest and use them in the recipe. So there is a little bit of there is a little bit of a rabbit hole getting some of the blocks, but at least I made sure that when you get far enough, the recipes, most of them at least, they become really generous. So it's not like that if you create, go through a long list of recipes, you'll end up with only having one block. At some recipes you will be given back a little bit more than what you're actually putting in. Again, it's all of it is to aid the builder in his creative process. That's my train of thoughts. These recipes can easily be made accessible to everyone who would be interested in doing so, because with Minetweaker, all the recipes are saved in a script file, and that script file can just be uploaded to a Dropbox and everybody can download it from there. So it's pretty damn easy. My idea was that when I at least get a little bit further with this, that I would release this script file and make it accessible through Discord, Conquest Reforged Discord, and only there. It really doesn't make any sense to release it anywhere else. So if you guys are interested in this particular way of having the recipes, or if you're interested in them, I will be happy to upload the file for you guys at a later stage. However, recently I had a really good talk with Creative Realms, and he was so kind and informed me that they are already in the process of making the recipes in a little bit of a more official way. As part of the process of combining Autocraft and Conquests, I know now that they are discussing, I don't even think they're just discussing it, I think it's already settled that recipes has to be made. And he showed me that they have a system for doing so. I sincerely hope that that system is as easy to use as Minetweaker, or hopefully, preferably actually even better. Because the task of generating all of these recipes is excessively grindy. There we go, no more rain. Of course it is a little bit more grindy for me because I'm doing this all on my own, and they are a giant team to do this job, so it should ease the load at least just a little bit. But anyways, I know that I am very much looking forward for the end results. Being able to play with Conquest in survival, that will just mean absolutely everything. I call myself primarily a builder. This, by the way, this place we're at right now is a very old map of mine. I actually didn't think it existed anymore. It's a place called Firefly Forest. It was originally intended to be kind of a tutorial map for a server I played on back, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. As you can see, some of the textures are looking a little bit derpy, and that's because it was actually intended to work with the Raven's realistic textures, I think it was called back then. I don't even know if that still exists. But anyways, I found this project again. I thought I had lost it. Very, very happy to see that it actually still exists, and it makes me really want to dive back into revamping this entire place and build it anew. Do it one more time, but this time do it the Conquest way. Having access to all these extra blocks, that will just enable me to take this place to a whole other level. Actually looking at it and considering that I did this, yeah, I would say around 5 years ago, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really happy with how it came out. There's also a lot of things that I would do differently, but still it's pretty good, and I'm actually looking forward to diving into doing this project all over again. Yeah, that was a bit of a sidetrack, sorry about that. For those of you who are not Conquest, look in the description. I'll make sure to place links for the mod pack itself. I'll place links to some interesting people, both Conquest related and also for YouTube channels and yeah, stuff like that. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to join Conquest. We definitely need more players for the Conquest. And definitely check out the Conquest Reforged server. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. One really good example of what you can find there is the legendary Crime. Crime is a project by our Conquest member Ducon. You can also find him on YouTube. You can find him on Twitter, Facebook, and he can be found a lot of places. Check him out. He is extremely good at building. He is just one of many people you can find within the Conquest community. You will also be finding people like Monsterfish. He's actually one of the guys behind all of this. You will be finding Creative Roads. I just mentioned him before. You will find F-Wit. You will find there's a lot of people you can find there. They are all really talented. They are all really kind people. Join. That's all I can say. Join. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, I have one more thing actually. One more thing. Besides wanting to have Conquest available for survival Minecraft, one of the driving forces behind me actually undertaking this massive project of creating all of these recipes is that I'm currently working on creating a mod pack. At the moment it is only available for me. I have not dived into taking a look at how I may be able to do this mod pack and put it out there publicly. There is this whole ordeal about monetizing projects like these, because once a mod pack becomes public, the authors behind the different mod packs, of course, have to have the credits rolled back to them. Some of them are even having money out writing on their projects, so of course for advertisement purposes and stuff like that, they of course have to be paid accordingly for their work and their efforts. However, if anyone are interested in taking a look at this mod pack, I can provide you with the information on how you can compile this mod pack yourself using the CurseForge launcher. I'm using that myself, only I am changing quite a few of the config files and looking into at the moment how I can change some of the mods entirely to shut down some functionalities, because I don't want this mod pack to be like the other major streamline mod packs that are packed with the technology and magic and stuff like that. The whole idea about behind this mod pack is retaining the original vanilla feel, only adding a few extra tweaks to especially how your inventory is handled. It is adding it is also adding new tools, because the simple reason for that is I find the vanilla tools in Minecraft insignificant. They are just not good enough. They are one of the few things that have been retained in Minecraft. They haven't changed the tools at all since Minecraft began. It's still exactly the same, and it definitely needs an overhaul. There's a little bit of tech, only just a little bit. I handpicked a few simple tech mods that are not only textured really well to look good. The way they work, at least in my opinion, is that they are as close to what tech should be like in Minecraft if tech was a thing, at least in my opinion again. One such example is immersive engineering. I find that tech mod specifically absolutely a perfect addition to Minecraft. As for magic, there is actually only one magic mod inside it. It is roots, for those of you who know that. It is a very, very simple early to mid game magic mod. It doesn't add too much, but as I feel it is with immersive engineering, it is really, really well put together. Everything looks good, it works well, and it feels like it's a good addition to Minecraft. And that's pretty much it. For the rest of it, I added a little bit extra for inventory management. There's some ambient stuff such as better foliage. I've been toying around a little bit with a mod called streams that adds a realistic looking stream to Minecraft, but the way the streams are implemented, it's not working really well, and I don't have the knowledge to change the coding for it. But anyways, the mod pack as a whole is in its, I would say it's in its final beta stage at the moment. It is pretty much ready to be played. I only need to complete this job with the recipes, and then everything should be more or less ready to go. Even though here in the final stages, I am still debating on some of the mods that I'm using or feeling that I should add. But yeah, that was one more little sidetrack, behind the scenes sidetrack. Lastly, I just want to thank you for sharing this video with me. I am very sorry once again for the quality. I am very sorry for my way of handling this video. This is, as you probably can tell by my YouTube channel, my absolutely first video. So I haven't done much editing to it or anything else. The purpose behind this video was only to talk a little bit about this recipe making for the Conquest Reforged mod. As long as my equipment is as it is, I probably won't be making too many more videos unless people feel that I should be doing so. Then maybe I'll take a look at it and put out a few more videos. I was originally considering doing some kind of Conquest Reforged survival series thingy when everything was complete and ready to go. But looking back at this video, the footage for this video, I think maybe that would be a poor idea. If I should do so, I should probably consider investing in some better equipment first. But anyways, guys, that is it. Thank you for me. This has been Blocks United. Remember, we are all conquests. We are all part of the Red Clan. Have fun, and bye-bye.